Hello everyone, my name is Anna. Anna, welcome back Health Fitness 1047. I wish you a nice day. Here is main news. Let's see then.
The scene in Squid Game that made the actor tremble due to his fear of heights. Actor Heo Sung-tae felt scared while filming the glass bridge game in Squid Game. On October 31st, actor Heo Sung-tae appeared on the reality show My Little Old Boy as a guest. Here, the actor shared his experience filming the movie Squid Game. According to Sung-tae, the scene where the characters participate in the glass bridge game was the scene that scared him the most during filming. Due to his fear of heights, Heo Sung-tae felt scared while filming the glass bridge game at Squid Game. Photo, Naver. The actor said that he actually has acrophobia, because the character Jang Dok-soo that I play is fearless. I had to act as if I had no fear. In fact, I felt really scared, Sung-tae shared. The game Crossing the Glass Bridge appeared in episode 7 of Squid Game. In this game, to win, players have to cross a glass bridge suspended in the air. The bridge consists of two parallel paths divided into many small, evenly spaced compartments. One side is equipped with tempered glass, which can withstand the weight of a person, and the other side is fragile glass, which will definitely collapse as soon as someone jumps on it. However, the bridge is designed so that the human eye cannot distinguish the difference between the two types of glass. Players need to find the exact entire tempered glass compartment to be able to pass the game. Notably, in this game, the character Jang Dok-soo died after being pulled down by Han Mi-neo, played by Kim Joo-myung, into the glass compartment. The crew used special effects to create the feeling that the bridge was dozens of meters above the ground when it was broadcast. In fact, according to the behind-the-scenes video, the distance between the bridge and the ground was about 1 meter. However, because the actors were forced to free fall during the scene, the fear that the characters expressed was also the actors' actual feelings. As someone who suffers from acrophobia, this fear became even more obvious to Sung-tae. The actor said that when the camera was not filming, he was trembling in fear. However, as soon as the scene started, he immediately acted as if he did not feel nervous or afraid. After the show aired, many Korean viewers praised Heo Sung-tae's acting ability. With Sung-tae's performance in Squid Game, if he had not revealed it, we probably would never have realized that fear, one viewer commented. Schools in the U.S. ban children from playing games, dressing up like Squid Game, concerned that students may be affected by the violence in the movie. New York schools have banned them from dressing up or playing games like the characters. On October 26, Mott Road, Enders Road and Fayetteville Elementary Schools in the Fayetteville-Manlius School District, New York, USA, expressed concern after seeing some students reenacting the game in the movie Squid Game during recess, according to Insider. We have seen some students simulate the games in Squid Game, a movie intended for mature audiences only, due to concerns that the game may have potential violence. We believe that it is not appropriate to discuss or play in school, the school principals wrote in an email to parents. On the upcoming Halloween, dressing up as characters in the famous survival movie, wearing costumes similar to the movie is also not allowed. School District Director Craig Tice explained that these costumes could contain a potentially violent message. Students at many schools are not allowed to dress up as characters from the movie Squid Game. Photo, Netflix. In addition, in the Halloween costume guide sent to parents, schools also noted that students will not be allowed to bring items considered weapons to school, such as swords or toy guns. Costumes must not be too scary or bloody to avoid scaring their classmates. On October 10th, John Bramston Primary School in Ilford, UK, also sent a letter to parents, expressing concerns about children watching the movie Squid Game and imitating some of the violent actions in this movie, according to Independent. Previously, Herquelinus Begenating Hainaut School, Belgium, also issued a warning on Facebook after teachers discovered students reenacting the green light, red light game in the movie. The loser will be beaten by his fellow players. This school has decided to punish students who participate in similar games. Squid Game is a violent movie that has become a hit in many countries. Photo, Netflix. At Sandown School in Kent, UK, teachers are developing lessons, teaching students about online safety and the dangers of watching content that is not suitable for their age. Squid Game is a Korean survival-themed movie released on September 17 with many bloody and violent images and is rated 18+ in many countries. In the movie, 456 people participate in familiar children's games. If they stay until the end, the winner can win a prize of 45.6 billion won, while being eliminated means death. Violence from the movie, Squid Game, creeps into content for young children although not old enough to watch the movie. Many children still grasp the content of violent games in the movie thanks to social networks and risk affecting their perception. Squid Game, a Korean survival-themed movie, has become famous after being released on the Netflix platform. However, this popularity has also caused a lot of controversy, according to Channel News Asia. In Australia, a school warned that many children are recreating the games. A school board in the UK also recently sent an email to parents, calling for vigilance after receiving reports that many young people are copying violent games from the movie. Squid Game is a hot movie in many countries around the world. The games in the movie are popular with both adults and children. Photo, AP, spreading on YouTube, TikTok. Although Squid Game is rated 18+, many younger children still grasp the content of the games in the movie thanks to clips that have gone viral on social networks, especially YouTube and TikTok. Many popular YouTube Kids channels for children under 12 are also inspired to create content from the Korean movie, such as videos on how to draw characters or create themes on Roblox, a popular game for children, allowing users to program their own games and share them with others. In the movie, green light, red light is one of the games that appears, incorporating elements of violence. Squid Game is a very popular theme in user-programmed games. Many Squid Game Roblox videos have hundreds of thousands, even millions of views on both the main YouTube and YouTube Kids. Videos aimed at young children featuring characters, often young adults, playing these games have also gained popularity. On TikTok, challenges like the green light, red light game have also become a trend, with many people simulating the game in real life and video game settings. Most of the videos on YouTube Kids are fairly innocuous. However, they show how Squid Game has crept into digital content aimed at young children. The line between adult and kid-sized online content, given its innocence, often focused on playground challenges. It's no surprise that viral content appeals to younger audiences. However, the line between adult and kid-sized online content is often blurred. YouTube has been embroiled in controversy in the past regarding videos containing inappropriate content aimed at younger audiences. TikTok has also faced similar issues regarding child safety on the platform and problematic content for children to view, such as anti-vaccination videos. In addition, although TikTok is only accessible to people aged 13 and older, many reports show that there are still many children younger than the age limit using the app. Games aimed at children inspired by Squid Game are popular. After being fined $170 million by the U.S. Federal Trade Commission in 2019 for allegedly violating child privacy protections. YouTube has made some changes to better distinguish between adult and children's content on the platform. For example, creators now have to notify YouTube if their content is for children or if the platform uses machine learning to identify videos aimed at younger viewers. Many parents' concerns about their children being affected by violent games in Squid Game are similar to the phenomenon in 2018 and 2019. Specifically, the horrifying image of Momo, a sculpture called Mother Bird by Japanese artist Keisuke Aisawa, was spread on social networks. This image was used by bad guys for a challenge that could cause players to become depressed and have suicidal thoughts. Momo also appeared hidden inside popular animated videos for children such as Fortnite, Peppa Pig, or even YouTube Kids, encouraging children to participate in deadly challenges and games. Young Koreans, my life is like the movie Squid Game, facing a debt crisis, a lack of housing and dead-end jobs. Many young Koreans feel their lives are similar to the content of the famous survival movie. When Kim Punya first moved to Seoul 8 years ago, his favorite place was near Mapo Bridge. At the age of 19, he was drawn to the sparkling lights of the South Korean capital, a far cry from his hometown of Andong, a city in Gyeongsang province. Coming to Seoul with the dream of becoming a tattoo artist, Kim often walked on the bridge, feeling homesick, sometimes cold and hungry. 8 years later, Mapo Bridge has taken on a very different meaning for Kim, becoming a reminder of his unfulfilled dreams. His biggest problem now is the $40,000 debt he incurred during his time in Seoul. I consider myself lucky because I managed to keep my debt under $50,000. I know how much trouble I'm in financially, but there's almost nothing I can do about it. Many young South Koreans are in debt because of excessive credit card spending. In 2021, the total debt owed by South Koreans was more than $1.5 trillion, equal to the country's GDP of $1.63 trillion. A 2018 survey by the Seoul Institute found that each South Korean household owed about $44,000. Kim's situation also reflects the reality of life for many young people in the ginseng country. Stuck at work, in debt and barely able to buy a house, it's no wonder that millennials in this country relate to the content of the hit movie Squid Game. If someone told me to bet my life to clear my debt and become a billionaire, I would do it without hesitation. Even if I'm honest, the organizer of the game might not think my life is worth that much. Debt crisis in the movie Squid Game. 456 people are heavily in debt by participating in children's games to win a prize of $38 million United States dollars. For Kim, this is the number he is willing to bet his life to get. Without earning much from tattooing, Kim has been doing many odd jobs for the past 5 years, from serving at a nightclub to waiting tables at a barbecue restaurant. Currently, he is managing with a part-time job at a convenience store after losing his job at a restaurant and nightclub due to the pandemic. Without a stable job and mounting debts, many people's lives revolve around a vicious cycle of poverty. The man with 4 credit cards struggled to make the minimum monthly payments on each card. However, 8 months of unemployment wipe out his meager efforts to pay off his debt. In South Korea, even low-income earners can easily open a credit card. In 2019, it was estimated that the average Korean had about 4 credit cards, and card usage accounted for about 70% of personal spending that year. When your salary is not enough to cover your basic needs, you have no choice but to prepay for everything with a credit card. Sometimes, I even used my credit card to pay for food and transportation, Kim said. Middle class also becomes debtor. The debt crisis does not only affect low-income, precarious individuals like Kim. Many people with stable jobs are also struggling to pay off their debts. No Woo, 25, a saleswoman at a beauty store in Central Seoul, owes more than $12,000 on her credit cards. She considers this a small number. I know people who owe $80,000 to $100,000. My best friend has 5 credit cards. The 25-year-old explained that her debt started from an amount she could handle of about $1,000 to $2,000, starting in 2020. When the pandemic broke out, her income, which was based on commission on products sold, was severely affected. She admitted that she still regularly buys expensive handbags every 3 months and estimated that it would take her about 2 to 3 years to pay off her debt. Even with a stable job, it is difficult for the middle class to buy a house in the Korean capital. Sam Kyungmoon's son, an adjunct professor at Kyungwoo University and an independent consultant at VisionWise LLC, said the measures the South Korean government is taking, such as imposing a borrowing limit, are steps in the right direction. However, this is only the first step in addressing the root of the debt crisis. Sam also said that the ease of spending money on credit cards and paying it back later has led many millennials to splurge on luxury items. According to Jungang Daily, young Koreans are spending so much on luxury goods that they are getting into debt, a manifestation of the trend of revenge spending during the pandemic. Added to that are living expenses, student loans, and sometimes financial irresponsibility. Many young people are falling into debt.